We're all looking for something. Something wild, something beautiful, something familiar, something to make us happy. Yet happiness isn't usually found in the places that we tend to look for it. The other person, a job, money. Trust me, you will not find happiness there. Because happiness is found in the little moments, the experiences that we have in our everyday life, the ones we tend to take for granted. We find true happiness within ourselves, within the beauty of our bodies that has been keeping us alive and well, within the beauty of the two legs that you've been given, that you've been blessed with your eyesight, the ability to touch and feel different textures as we move our fingertips across it. However, one of the most powerful sources of happiness is the relationship that we have with ourselves, the way we allow ourselves to feel, and whether we nurture our emotions as they come up or not. Are you listening to what is going on in your brain without shaming yourself for it? Are you able to express yourself freely and passionately? Because happiness is found within the expression of who we are and our ability to be unapologetic about it. Happiness can only be found within us. So, how do we find that happiness? How do we strengthen our bond to ourselves and in doing so uncover our journey to happiness? Hello, lovely humans. So, today in this video, I kind of wanted to go into how to stay happy during lockdown, pandemic, crazy ass shit. And just in general, how to get back to getting out of a rut and maybe feel more happy. And as someone that has struggled with depression a lot, I feel like this is something that at one point I just started to master. So I really wanted to sit down and do a video on that with you guys. And especially now with the pandemic, I know that everything considering mental health has just been increasing tremendously. And we don't like it. So what I like to do, because I actually had this happen to me recently where I was at a new low, all-time low. And most of it was because I'm a very social person and I just haven't been able to get my hits in my daily life, because usually I work at cafes. I'm always around people, able to meet people here and there, and with everything going on, cafes, restaurants, bars closing, like it has just been incredibly hard for me to get that sense of fulfillment out of being in my apartment all day. And now that the sun has come out in Croatia, it's a little better, but I started to work on it already before the sun came out. So if this is something that you're struggling with, definitely stay tuned. By the way, if this is your first time here, I'm Queena. Go follow me on Instagram. I like to talk about all things mental health, business, energy, healing, I guess progressing through life and personal development and making sure that you're living the most free life that you could live and that you're the most authentic version of yourself that you can be. So one of the things that I did about a couple of weeks ago when I started to try to get back on track after I'd just been in a period where I'd been laying in bed all day and I just couldn't really do anything, find any motivation, is I started to meditate again and take little walks. So the reason why this really works and in the way that I do it, which is not forcing myself to go for like 40, 50, 60-minute walks in the first place or meditate for 20 minutes to an hour straight, is because you want to start it small. So if you start small and you start meditating 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and a really good app that I like to use is Headspace, because I prefer to do guided meditations as opposed to doing non-guided meditations, because I feel like guided meditations just allow me to stay focused, and I'm not the type of person that can just sit down and be like, okay, let me just meditate for like a freaking hour without anything happening around me. No, I need someone to actually walk me through that process, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So if you're someone that hasn't been able to get into meditation, try Headspace, try guided meditations. If you don't want to get Headspace because it's like 13 euros a month or something like that, and you maybe can't afford that or you don't want to spend it on that, there are plenty of guided meditations available on YouTube, so you can just look up guided meditation for either happiness or anything that you might want, like love. I even like to do like sleep hypnosis sometimes, where I'll put my phone next to my bed and it will just be going off while I'm falling asleep and while I am asleep. And I feel like that's a really good way to get in some information as well, because I know that as we're sleeping, our brain is still taking in information all the time. So it's a really nice way to just get in some energy boost. And then movement is one of the things. So like I mentioned, walking is something that really, really, really helps me to feel better when I'm feeling like I'm in a rut, because that type of movement, even if it's not walking because you don't love walking, it could be dancing, it could be doing a morning yoga, like get out of bed routine, and it could be like a 10-minute yoga. It doesn't have to be, again, an extensive amount of exercising or something like that that you're not going to look forward to and that is kind of going to become a hassle. You want it to be easy and digestible and quick, so that you can just start to pick yourself up with these little things. And then another thing that I like to do is clean my space. If my space is not clean, which it's not when I'm feeling like absolute crap, then I will just feel worse. So call up your friends, FaceTime them and be like, hey, let's, hang out and FaceTime together. And while you're FaceTiming, you can be cleaning your place. You just want to make sure that the environment that you're in is reflecting the state that you're trying to create in your own life. And I feel like this in the first place really, really, really helps me. And then thinking about who you're listening to, like what kind of things could you be reading or listening to, maybe consuming, that are going to make you feel better, that are going to awaken something within you again, and that are going to allow you to sink back into that passion that you previously had. Or maybe that you want to re-explore and ignite a new passion in a different area. So an app that I really like right now, which has been really great to kind of have some human conversations, is Clubhouse. Like I've been on Clubhouse for a little bit now, and it's similar to podcasts. So maybe if you don't want to be on Clubhouse and you don't actually want to have conversations with people, or listen to them live, or maybe this is a couple of months from now and Clubhouse is not something that is going on anymore, podcasts. I love freaking podcasts. So what you can do is integrate listening to podcasts into doing something else. So let's say you're cooking your breakfast and you could be listening to a podcast, or you're going for that walk that we talked about and you could be listening to a podcast. It's a really good way for you to start reigniting that fire within you. And instead of you just sitting down and saying, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take it, even if you have a history of depression and anxiety and all of the things that make you feel negative, you deserve to get out of that rut. And the fact that you're here today and you clicked on this video means so much. It definitely does. It means that you're aware of the fact that you need to create some type of movement in your life. And I think that is one of the most important things. When you're aware of it, then look for resources like the one that you're on right now that can help you reignite what it is that you have within you, that fire and that passion that you have. So to kind of bring it back in and to break down everything that I said, 1, try to do some mindfulness practices, journaling, meditating, even if it's 5 minutes a day, even if you do morning pages, which is like you just going off on a page and writing everything down that you could possibly think of just in order to get things out of your head. Then 2, movement. Maybe go for a walk. Turn on some music and dance. We all freaking love music, and music is medicine. And when you use it in order to move that energy through your body, because this is what movement does. It moves the stagnant energy that has been sitting in your body, and it makes it vibrate. It goes in and it goes out, and that is kind of what you need when you've been feeling like you're in a rut. Then, cleaning your place, so important. The space that you're in is going to reflect how you feel inside. If it's a mess, you're gonna feel like a mess as well. And then maybe lastly, another thing that I would add is to find connection in people. Like I said, Clubhouse, and it could be podcasts. Like podcasts oftentimes just feel like you're on the phone with someone or you're experiencing something like that. But also, try to connect with people maybe through Instagram, or people that you haven't talked to in a long time and you want to reconnect with. Send them a message. Don't be scared to do so. Even if you're feeling like you're very low energy, just having a 10 to 15 minute conversation with people that you love and care about, or people that have similar interests as you have, will allow you to feel a little bit better. And I also wanted to mention that if you feel bad right now, don't guilt trip yourself for it. It's okay to feel bad. It's okay to not want to do anything at all. And I've been in that position many, many, many times. And I know that it's a natural thing for us to then force ourselves to kind of go, oh yeah, but I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, or I should be doing this, or I could be doing that. But that is not going to help you. That is definitely not going to help you. Allow yourself to feel all the emotions that you need to feel and run with it. Allow yourself to sit inside of it and be there for as long as you need, up until the point that you have the awareness that you want to move on. That you want to move on from that emotion, and that you want to set it free, and that the emotion wants to be set free as well. Have a conversation with the emotions that are coming up. Ask them what they want. What are they here for? What are they trying to teach you? And sometimes nothing needs to be taught, but they just want to be heard. So if you can do that for yourself, instead of telling yourself that maybe you're being lazy or anything in that industry or area, you will feel so much better. Because allowing ourselves to feel all the things that we need to feel is one of the stages that we need to go through in order to heal, and in order to be able to build a better relationship with the emotions that we have, and essentially to build a better relationship with ourselves. So, another thing, this video took me such a long time to record. So don't feel bad if it takes you a while to get to the things that you want to do. Don't feel bad if you need another minute or a week or a month, because everything is going to happen when it's supposed to happen. And I want you to know that. And I also want you to know that you are very, very worthy of being on this planet. You're worthy of being alive. You are worthy of being happy too. Allow yourself to feel that, and anything else that you might need to feel. So, that is the end of this video. I'm so glad that you guys were here with me today. Subscribe if you want to get more videos like this. I'm going to be doing vlogs. I'm going to be doing videos similar to this, and in regards to anything that has to do with personal development and just experiencing life in the best way possible. I'm happy that you are here, and I'm going to see you in the next one.